What's up guys, Sean here. Welcome to Blazing Fades. Today I'm going to be going over something that I went over when I first started my channel, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit quicker, and it's going to be less talking and more of a demonstration. So if you guys have any questions after I'm done, just drop them down below in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you and help you out. So what we're going to be doing today is improving the action on this Spyderco Paramilitary 2. This is a custom one that I did with engraved reptilian metal boss scales. These are engraved titanium with a reptilian pattern. I have green anodized titanium hardware, which was anodized green by my buddy Angelo. He's one of my buddies over at the Spyderco Millie Club. And I got this backspacer right here, which is also the lanyard hole or lanyard tube integrated in with it from Rock Scale Design. And that was actually anodized green from the start. And I sent my boy Angelo some pictures and he matched it perfect with just a picture. I was really impressed with his skills. I did not expect him to get such a perfect match, but yeah, a lot of great guys over there at the Spyderco Millie PM2 P3 Club. It's a group on Facebook. If you like Spydercos and knives in general, that is the place to be. All right, so let's get into it. So the way I'm going to be improving the action on this, not that it needs it, it is very drop shut, but I just mainly doing this to help out other people that might be having trouble, because back when I was first getting into this and I was looking up how to improve the action, I saw a ton of videos on polishing the phosphorus bronze pivot washers, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing. However, all the methods that I had seen in the videos that I looked at didn't really work out for me. I tried everything. I tried doing them on a strop. I actually have tried multiple different strops, different types of leathers. I've even tried it on like a balsa wood or a basswood strop with different types of compounds. I've also tried doing the sandpaper progression, starting at like 1,000 and going to like 5,000 and then polishing. And yeah, there's just nothing was working until I tried this, and this worked for me. So you guys may find it easier to do it some other way, but this is literally the only way that I could get the results that I was looking for. So let's get to it. What we're going to be using is a Dremel. This is a $20 cordless Dremel that I got at Walmart with a soft, it's like a cotton or a foam type of buffing wheel that was included in a Dremel polishing kit. So you're going to need that, some type of soft buffing wheel, polishing wheel. You're going to need some kind of metal polish. I'm going to be using Flitz. If you buy the Dremel polishing kit, it'll come with a couple of these attachments, and it'll also come with a little container of polishing compound, and that stuff works perfectly fine also. So first thing you're going to do is take your Flitz or whatever you're using. I'm going to put just a tiny little dab on there. All right. Little bit goes a long ways because we're polishing items that are very, very small. So what I'm doing is I'm just spinning this around in my finger. First, what we want to do is remove all the screws on the show size scale. So we're taking our T10. This is a Weeha Torx driver with the soft touch handle. These come in a set with all the sizes that you will need and 3 additional ones. I highly recommend these. You can find them on Amazon. They're like 25 bucks. They are hands down the best Torx drivers for working on knives that I have found so far. And I've tested out a lot. So we're removing your other 2 screws. These are T8s. And because I have the rock scale design backspacer with the integrated lanyard tube, disassembly is extremely easy and it just slides right off of there. So that is really nice, really handy. Yeah, you got a lot to say today. You're telling me you want some more food? All right, guys, hang tight for 1 second. All right, guys, sorry about that. Had to take care of my little one. She gets a little bit hangry sometimes. All right, so first I'm gonna start off with it at its lowest setting. Take my washer and I'm pinching it. I have a really tight grip on it. And I am gonna basically go in and out like that onto the surface of this washer, keeping it moving. And after I do it that way, then I take my Dremel like this, my washer pinched like that, and I just run it along the top here. What this does is it switches up the directional pattern of the wheel spinning on the washer, and that allows to remove any imperfections that are there or happening that can't be taken out with the direction of the wheel going this way. So let's take a quick look at it. As I hope you guys can see this well, but she is already looking really good. So you're pinching it tight. You do it like this and you have it on slow speed. You can let that wheel kind of touch your thumbnail for a couple seconds without it heating up too much. And that's kind of like your safety stop. Or you can just let it touch your thumb like that. It doesn't really matter either way. However you feel comfortable. But you want to make sure you have this pinched really tight. Now I'm flipping it over, do the same thing. You want to stay towards this outside edge because in the center of the wheel, you have the tip of the screw that holds this cotton buffing wheel on to the attachment. All right, let's check it out. Gotta wipe her off. You can't really tell unless you clean it. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray some alcohol on a rag. This is 91%. It's what I always use. Works great. Get your washer. All right, got it up onto the rag. and I'm lightly just, cleaning it up on this microfiber with the alcohol. You don't want to, push down real hard or anything unless you're up against a flat surface. Like say, if I set this down on the table here, all right, like so, and then spray alcohol and make sure there's nothing underneath of it right here. The surface is completely flat, then you can, push down with a little bit of force, maybe go in some circular motions, make sure it's real clean. But if you're not on a completely flat surface, you don't want to do that, or you can end up deforming the flatness of the washer. And if it's not perfectly flat and smooth surface, then you can end up putting new scratches in the washer. So let's see what we're working with now. So you can see it's highly polished, but there is still some scratches at a micro level. Well, not so micro, but at a very small level. Check this other side. All right, so it's definitely better than what you get from the factory. I can't remember if I had polished this one before. It doesn't look like I have, but we're gonna go back to the wheel. And we're gonna go back to this way. A little bit. All right. Right now I have the speed up a little bit. This one's speed setting 3. Now, if there are some scratches that are giving you a hard time, turning up the speed and applying a little bit more pressure when you're onto the washer with the Dremel, that will help get those out. Let's check it out now. A little bit of alcohol. All right, let's check it out now. Oh yeah, that is much better. Oh no. Ugh. All right, let's check this side. Make sure we're checking both sides here. Really, only one side needs to be perfect. All right, guys, this side right here, that is pretty damn close to perfect. I mean, yes, if I keep going, I can get it better, and maybe one day I will go back at it some, but guys, this is gonna give you just about as good of an action that it is capable of. I'm not gonna do this side right now, but kind of just wanted to get on here and demonstrate how you can quickly and effectively polish your washer or washers and get a good result and get the action that you are looking for. For the screws, I'm going to start with the T8s, which are the standoff screws. Make sure everything is lined up. All right, now I'm going to put my pivot screw in. Wow. All right, so yes, that did improve the action because this knife is now tightened down all the way tight, not just snug with the T10 at the pivot and at the standoffs. It is tightened down all the way and it is still dropped shut. And it's not just barely dropped shut, it is dropped shut without any assistance and bouncing back up. If you hold the lock down, that is buttery, buttery, buttery smooth. All right, so let's check for blade play. Absolutely zero. That is rock solid. That is as good as it gets when it comes to action on a Spyderco Paramilitary 2, guys. This thing is freaking sweet. It's on par with knives in a tier much more expensive, much higher tier than what this would be considered. And you can do that all on your own for very little money. All it takes is a little time and effort, and you guys can have a perfect action on your Spyderco Paramilitary 2. All right, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Hope this was helpful, and stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one.